As President Trump gears up for a summit in one hemisphere, he's left behind a bit of a mess in another. Hours after leaving the G7 summit, he tweeted his displeasure with Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's comments about U.S. tariffs. He called him dishonest and weak. The president then pulled the United States out of the communique, previously agreed on by all member countries. Conservative groups like the Heritage Foundation say it wasn't necessarily a bad move to pull out.
Walking away from the substance of the communique of the G7 was a good thing.
Heritage fellow James Roberts concedes the tweet storm itself may cause issues down the line.
It's going to have to be some fence mending, I think, with Canada, and we certainly hope that in the aftermath of when tempers have cooled, that the leaders will have another kind of reconciliation meeting.
As the president moves from an annual summit to a first-ever summit, there is already pressure on him to succeed. Mike Fuchs of the Center for American Progress says the issues surrounding the G7 summit likely added to it.
The president is obviously very highly attuned to how he is perceived publicly. And clearly coming out of the G7 summit, the rest of the world in many ways is horrified at the president's actions. And so I think that there is a chance that he will not want to look like he is tanking two international summits in a row, and very much may want to make this one look like some kind of a victory.
Robert says it may actually help.
It's about the image that you create, and I wouldn't worry too much about lasting damage from this. And I think, in fact, it probably left the President Trump in a stronger position going into Singapore.
The two leaders will first meet for a photo op, then a one-on-one meeting. Some think the order may be by design.
He very much likes to play for the cameras, and this is something that the entire world is watching. He wants to come out of this with something that he can show the world as he having done something, President Trump having done something unprecedented.
The president has ripped up a handful of agreements: TPP, the Paris Agreement, the Iran deal, and now this communique. Both experts expect the North Koreans won't be alarmed by these actions.
North Korea has been distrustful of the United States for decades now. And so the fact that President Trump ripped up an agreement with the G7 on his way out is probably not a surprise to the North Koreans. They don't trust us. They don't trust Donald Trump. The reality for both sides and both leaders right now is don't trust, verify.
If you'll do a treaty that the Congress will approve, Mr. President, maybe that'll have more lasting impact than one of these disagreements.
The United States is seeking denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. As of now, the men are slated for a one-day summit.